I have dealt with so much anxiety in my life, and I want to share with you ways that I figured out to help manage that. So, the first is moving my body. I have to move some of that energy. If I'm feeling super anxious, I need to go to the gym or do acro yoga or something that takes me away from my head spinning out and gets me into my body. This is the first thing. The second thing that I've noticed with anxiety to manage it is to do things that I actually care about and actually love. When I'm focusing and doing projects or businesses on things I actually love, my anxiety levels go way down. When I have to do things I absolutely despise and absolutely hate, my anxiety levels go way up. So try to clear all the things that you don't like to do, or as much as you can. The third is really around the people that are bringing that anxiety. And there's people in your life that just give you a lot of anxiety, situations that bring you a lot of anxiety. So as much as you can, try to release those. And sometimes it's not possible, especially with family. We need to shift our perspectives. But if we can move those away, that can really help a lot of anxiety. The next one is simple. Take a nap. I've noticed if I'm feeling super anxious and really overwhelmed and it's hard to do anything, if I just go take a nap, sometimes my anxiety is just tied to my tiredness. And somehow in my brain while I sleep, it solves some of those problems and releases this. Just take a nap. The next one is a methodology of reducing anxiety when you're in a situation and you're feeling really anxious. What you do is just try to find a little space. If possible, you can go retreat to a bathroom and you just say, okay, I'm going to feel that anxiety. What is the level of that anxiety I'm feeling? So I might say, okay, I'm feeling a anxiety level of 8. And then I sit with that and I feel that anxiety level of 8. And then I ask the question of what would an anxiety level of 7 feel like? And I just sit with that until I can feel an anxiety level of 7. And sometimes it takes a minute. And so you're like, okay, what would that feel like? Okay, it would feel like this. And then once you get to that 7, then you can say, now, what would an anxiety level of 6 feel like? And so sit with that and you try to feel that anxiety level of 6. And you do that a couple times until you can get your levels down 3 or 4 anxiousness levels. And then there's some other ones that are a little bit more actually controversial. So one is microdosing on psilocybin. That can have some really impactful results on anxiety levels on a daily level. And this is a very small amount, but clearly only do this where it's appropriate and legal. And lastly, I look to see where the anxiety is it coming from. Is it event-based or unevent-based? And what this means is I've noticed in my life that my grandfather had massive amounts of anxiety. My mother has lots of anxiety. I've had lots of anxiety. And I've seen my little nieces and nephews just have so much anxiety. One of my nieces, so much anxiety, and even today. And I realize a lot of anxiety is given to us through the generations, and it's just part of our chemical makeup. So for me, by understanding when the anxiety is mine and it's event driven and when it's not event driven. And the difference is this: I feel anxious because this situation is happening or may happen, then that is an event driven anxiety. And that's a different type of anxiety. And when it's just coming and I don't know where my anxiety is coming from, it's just kind of showing up, then I know it's not event driven. And what I can say is, that is not mine. That is not my anxiety. That is just given to me from generations. And I can begin to let that go and realize it's okay. I can just relax into it. So that's another part of my anxiety is just looking to see where is it stemming from. Because when it's not mine, it's easy for me to just push it aside, feel that anxiety, move it, and I can do some shaking. You can do some gibberish, which is another tool. So shaking is when you just get up and you just start shaking your body all over the place, moving that energy. Gibberish is you just start going by yourself. Maybe don't do this one in public, but you just and just like get those feelings out and communicate them and move them through sound, move them through movement. And these are some ways that I have found to be healthy for me to move my anxiety. And honestly, there's just times when it's debilitating and the anxiety is super debilitating and it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to get anything done. And sometimes I just need to leave space for that. That's the reason why I'm an entrepreneur. It's the reason why I do my own projects, is because I need space that in my life, that if I need time for myself, that I need to take it so I don't have to sit in that major discomfort around other people in jobs doing what I don't want to do. So one way is just find things that you love and create freedom for yourself the best you can, step by step by step.